IGCSE Computer Science. This is syllabus statement 1.2.3c. Distinguish between HTML structure and presentation. So why does the title say structure, presentation, and behavior? Well, behavior also falls into this category, but the syllabus doesn't mention it. But it's still good to know what it is, because I mean, like it's an essential to all of this. Like it's sort of like I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but like imagine learning three things which make sense together, but like only two of them that you actually. Alright, never mind. So we'll first start with structure. So structure is basically the HTML file itself, and remember that we're talking about web pages here. So HTML is sort of the main file in any web page. The next is presentation, so CSS files, which is basically like the like sort of how it's presented, basically. And then there's behavior, which is a JavaScript file, which is the logic, so like how it works. So again, the structure of the document, so basically what content it has. So like headings, paragraphs, like we all see in most websites. We see a title, the heading, and some text, paragraphs. And presentation is basically how it looks, as mentioned. Well, as said, the style of the document, so like stuff like font and color. And then there's behavior, which is the logic of the document. It's how it works. So like stuff like widgets, interaction with the user, like alerts and stuff like that, buttons. So it works kind of like that. So that's pretty much it, but I didn't want this video to be too boring, so I added a few more things. So we can check out how HTML, which is the structure, and we can basically check out how the three of them link. So we get the structure, which is the HTML file. Then we get the CSS, which is the presentation. Then we get the JavaScript, which is the behavior. So just a note that it's important to make sure that these three are in separate files, because sometimes you can have like CSS and JavaScript code in the HTML file, but it's good practice if you keep them separate, because it just makes it more organized. And in the next part, I'll show you how, an example of using these three to make a web page. So, remember Scott's page that we had in the hexadecimal topic, the uses of hexadecimal topic? Well, I'm bringing it back, but I added two lines here. This gets the CSS file, and this gets the JavaScript file. And with that, I could also get rid of quite a lot of stuff down here, such as the size of text, the color of text. Now you'll notice that BG color is there. It's honestly, it's because I forgot to remove that. But basically, we don't really need that. And it's actually ignored, because the CSS file sort of overrides whatever's here. Or does it? I haven't actually tested that. Anyway, here's our CSS file. So the background color will override the background color here. So this is FF00FF, if you can't read that. And that's basically magenta, or however you pronounce it. So that light, like that really bright pinky thingy. And then H3 is the header. And the color of the header is Alice blue. And of course the alignment and size is also there. And then this is the JavaScript file, which this is actually one that will display today's date. Well, the day, basically. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple code here. And this comment up here, well, it's so that I don't get any warnings when I try to open this, because it says something like alert wasn't like declared or whatever. So I had to add that comment there to get rid of that message. So we'll see how this actually looks. So first, when you open it, an alert comes up saying today is Monday. Well, today is Monday actually. And then when you click OK, click, the web page loads. So we get Scott's page. So the magenta background, the Alice blue title here, the header, and we get a picture of Scott. Now, before you say anything, I've had Scott's kind permission to he let me use this in the video. He's a good friend of mine. He's a really nice guy, and yeah, you should get to know him if you well, yeah. All right. So yeah, he looks pretty cool with his sunglasses. So that's pretty much it. That's how you can use structure, presentation, as well as behavior to control, well, like to present websites, or no, what's the word I'm looking for? To make websites. Yeah, that's it. Make websites. You can use both HTML, JavaScript, and CSS to make it look cool. And in fact, in Java programming, if you've used JavaFX, you can use CSS to style some of your stuff. And yeah, it's quite cool.